I never thought the man I loved would become my worst pain. His name was Daniel, the father of my child, the man I trusted with my whole heart. At first, everything was perfect. We were happy. We laughed. We built a home together. But everything changed. When she came into our lives, a woman who had money, a woman who had influence, a woman who wanted my husband. At first, I ignored it. I told myself, my husband would never betray me. But slowly, he changed. He stopped coming home early. He stopped answering my calls. He stopped looking at me the same way. One day, I followed him, and what I saw broke me. He was with her, laughing, holding her, like I didn't exist. I felt my heart shatter into pieces. That night, I confronted him. But instead of apologizing, he looked at me and said something I will never forget. If you can't accept it, you can leave. Leave? After everything we built? After giving him a child? I couldn't believe it. But the worst part was yet to come. The next morning, he took my child from me and said, "You are not fit to raise my child." At that moment, my world ended. But I didn't know. This pain was just the beginning. After he took my child, I felt like my world had ended. The silence in my room was louder than any pain I had ever felt. I cried, not just because I lost my husband, but because I lost my child too. Days passed. No calls. No messages. Nothing. It was like I never existed in their lives. I went back to his house, hoping, maybe, just maybe, he would change his mind. But what I saw broke me even more. Another woman was holding my child, laughing, smiling, living the life that was supposed to be mine. I stood there, frozen. Tears rolled down my face. But this time, something inside me changed. I wiped my tears, and for the first time, I chose myself. I walked away, not because I was weak, but because I was done begging for love. That day, I made a promise to myself. I will rise again. I started from nothing. No money, no support, no family to run to. But I had something stronger. Pain. And I turned that pain into power. I worked day and night. I struggled. I failed. I cried in silence. But I never stopped. Slowly, things began to change. A small opportunity came, then another. Before I knew it, my life was transforming. The same woman they rejected was becoming someone they could not ignore. And one day, I knew the time would come when they would see me again, but this time, I wouldn't be the woman they left behind. Years passed, and everything changed. The woman he left behind became a woman he could never reach again. She started with nothing, but slowly, she built a life for herself. Now she was successful, confident, and at peace. Meanwhile, the man who betrayed her lost everything. The woman he chose over his wife left him when the money was gone. He was left alone, with regret. One day, their paths crossed again. He saw her and froze. She was no longer the woman he once knew. She was stronger, more beautiful, and untouchable. He walked toward her, slowly, with tears in his eyes. "I'm sorry," he said. "I made the biggest mistake of my life." But before she could respond, "Mommy!" a small voice called out. A child ran into her arms. The child he once took from her was now back where he belonged. Tears filled his eyes. He realized he had lost everything that truly mattered. He fell to his knees. "Please forgive me. I was wrong." She looked at him, calmly. "You didn't just break my heart. You broke a family." She paused, then continued. "But I chose to rebuild myself. Without you." She held her child's hand tightly. "I forgive you, but I will never go back." And just like that, she turned around and walked away without looking back. Her peace was more important than her past, and her love now belonged only to her child.